And then
Oh
I
yeah, now I see that it says live now too.
disable solar. Hello?
Hello? Are you there? You're frozen. I can't see you or hear you. Oh no. You're
Hello?
back. Hey.
I don't even know what happened. This thing is driving me crazy.
Why is it being so difficult?
I have no idea. Okay, let me try posting this link again.
Everybody's like, what the heck?
It just like went all blank.
Yeah, you just froze on mine. I don't know.
But it still says we're live.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, okay.
I wish it would tell us when people were on here so we know if we're just going to be talking to ourselves the whole time.
I know, it's kind of awkward. Okay, let me try this for my phone. I know, it's kind of awkward. Okay, let me try this for my phone. Okay, it's working. It's
Okay.
awkward watching myself. Okay, I guess we'll just start because we're so late already.
Okay.
Um, so hey everyone, sorry about the technical difficulties we're having. Um, I'm all off on the time change here, so my toddler went to bed really late. But anyways, we're gonna get started. So we're talking about talking to potential distributors. Carly's gonna interview me just like as you're talking to distributors. So she'll ask all those weird questions that we get asked, and I'll do my best to answer them and give some tips. So we'll just act like you texted me. So I got a text, and you're like, whatever you want to say.
Hey, I see all your posts on Instagram. What's that all about?
Hey, I'm Taylor. What's your name?
I'm Carly.
Oh, hey, nice to meet you. So I work for a company called It Works. Have you heard of that before?
I have not.
So then I go to a lot of copy and paste. So in my phone, I have a direct copy and paste. So I literally say the exact same thing every single time because I find that this works well for me. If you are using a copy and paste and it's not working well, I suggest to switch it up, change it up until you find what does work for you. So this copy and paste is also in the Files tab. I might have switched it up a few times, I don't know, but it is there for you to use. I'll read it out though, just so you have an idea. So this is what I say. I say, oh, okay, well, here's a bit of information. I'm a full-time stay-at-home, work-at-home, single mom to 2 boys, and without It Works, this wouldn't be possible. The best part is I do most of my business through online networking. If you want to succeed in this business, you will, and it's so simple. I'm here to walk you through each step to be successful and won't stop until you get to that point. This is honestly the best home-based company you can choose, and I wouldn't say that if I didn't believe it 100%. It Works is a lifestyle company that offers nutritional products, body contouring, and skincare products. This is the most simple business you could ever own. Instead of It Works paying for advertising, celebrity endorsements, and commercials, they pay us. So we market for It Works. Basically, the more people that you talk to about the amazing products that we have available, the more money you make. Each day I make posts and chat with people daily. I work for about 2 hours a day throughout the day. It's as simple as that. We make money more than just one way too. Commission off our orders our customers make through our personal websites, wrap cash, bonuses, and commissions off our team. Sometimes I might add a question on like that, like how does that sound to you? Is this something that interests you? But a lot of the time I just sort of leave it at that. Sometimes people find that asking a question at the end keeps that conversation going. But because I'm just sort of giving information, I just sort of leave it at that.
Probably ask a question now. Let's see. So, what does it cost to start up in the company? You're frozen again. Are you there? Are you there?
Yes, I am. I don't know what happened.
Okay. So what are the startup costs?
Okay, so then again, I have a copy and paste that I use every single time. The one that I had posted, I've changed it up a little bit. I just found I needed to sort of match what I wanted to say. And after going to conference in February, I gotten some tips that I wanted to use and that I really liked. So now I say, well, it's $99 to get started. And of course you want to make sure that you're, adjusting the prices to wherever they are. It's $99 to get started. This gets you all you need to start your business, plus 4 free wraps. You can use this to become a product of the product, or sell each wrap at $25 each, making back the startup cost. But after that, we don't have to worry about inventory. We just help walk people through how to order from our websites, and customer service takes care of it all from there. With that being said, it's just $20 a month for your website. It's so nice to not worry about all that stuff too. Then, with all that, all you have to do is get 150 sales each month, and you get paid. You will also get 120 in free product for getting just 4 customers. They give you a whole 30 days to do this. I'm also here with you every step of the way. Like, our team page is just so amazing. I would be nothing without my team. I love them all so dearly. How does it sound to you, girl?
That sounds good, but what if I'm not good at selling products?
Oh, well, that's something, so then, you hear this a lot. What if I'm not good at selling products? And I'll sort of just reply with, well, that's great because I don't sell products either. Then I'll also tell them a bit about my background. So I'll say, I worked in childcare before. I've never sold anything in my life. And when I first started, that was something I was really scared about. But our products speak for themselves. So all I do is make posts about them. I share about the products. I let people know about the products. And, everyone's looking for a health change. Everyone wants to become healthier. So you don't have to worry about selling because our products just sell for themselves.
So, but what if I don't know anybody who even wants products?
So again, that's something, when we're first starting out, we're like, well, who do I sell to? How am I going to do it? And funny enough, when I first started out, I was just like, I signed up and I was so worried about, being successful and all that. But then after I started, I was like, oh my God, who am I going to sell to? So usually when people ask that question, um, and I'm always looking at my phone and I'm always going back and forth. So I look at the question and I say, okay, how do I answer just this question? I need to answer this question that they're asking me and not drag it on and talk too much. So the question of, sorry, what was the question again?
What if I don't know anybody who will want to buy?
Okay. So I would sort of just say, a lot of the time, family and friends might want to support you in starting your business. But a lot of people are always looking for that health change. There's always people that want to better their health, and you can be that person to help them.
Okay. So what exactly is the job? What do you do every day?
So every day I take about 2 hours spread over the time period of the day, and I make posts. So I post about the products, I post about our business opportunity, and I chat to new people daily. So what you see on my Instagram and my Facebook, you'll be doing just that as well.
Okay. So all I would have to do in this job is post on Instagram and Facebook?
Yeah, so you'll post and you'll talk to new people. We are paid on commission, but all you do, throughout the day to get your business across is talk to new people and share the product and the business opportunity.
Okay. Can I quit if I realize it's not for me, or will they charge me to quit?
Oh, absolutely. If at any point in time you feel, this is too much for you, which you're definitely not going to feel, you're going to love this opportunity. But that was something that I loved coming into this business. I love knowing that if I wanted an out, there's no fee to cancel and there's no obligation to keep your business.
Do I have to pay, is the $20 a month the only thing I have to pay, or do I have to do anything else?
So there is, if we wanted to, we're able to run an auto shipment, and we could, start to collect product for ourselves, and it helps you become a product of the product. Or, for me, I've just fallen in love with the product, so I'm ordering monthly anyways. But the only requirement is the $20 for your website.
Okay, and there's no sales quotas or anything that I have to meet for the company?
So it is that 150 that I had mentioned in the beginning, but 150, it's only about 3 wrap customers.
Okay. And what happens if I don't get that 150 in sales?
So if you don't, you can make the option to do that auto shipment for yourself. So it's about $100 in product. So you could either, run that auto shipment, and that will secure for you to get paid. But if you're like, well, I can't really afford that $100, then that month that you didn't reach 150, you just don't get paid. So I mean, that really sucks. But there's nothing. I've heard in some companies that they're like, well, if you don't make this, then, we can cut you off, or you're not allowed back into the company. You can't work for us anymore. And It Works doesn't do that at all.
Okay. What will my paycheck be my first month?
So it really depends. This business really just works when you work. So, when you're coming into this business, what are you looking to make?
I probably just need like $300 a month for groceries and stuff.
Oh, well, that's perfect, because right now we have our Ruby bonus. And if you get to Ruby in 2 calendar months from your starting date, you are going to get $500 bonus plus your commissions.
So is that $500 guaranteed?
It's guaranteed when you get to Ruby. So what you'll do is you'll just build yourself to Ruby, and then you'll get $250 on your first paycheck as a Ruby, and then $250 on your next paycheck as a Ruby the following month.
Okay. Will my check be different if I choose to do 150 in sales each month versus the $80 or 80 BB auto shipment?
So your commission's really just going to be based on what you make each month. So the more customers that you have, the more you're going to make, and the less customers, then the less.
Okay. And what is Ruby? Is that just like a promotion, or what is that?
Ruby is our second rank level.
Okay, and how do I get promotions?
So you get promotions by growing your team. So I mean, I entered this business. Um, and again, sorry, I'm just going to interrupt what I'm saying. So as I'm doing stuff, I'm always going to be rereading what I had said. So sometimes I come up with a great thought and think, okay, this is great to send, but I'm always rereading. So I'm always looking back to the question they asked me, and then I'm going to reread my answer. So sorry, could you just ask that question again?
Yeah, how do I promote?
Okay, promotion. So how you promote is you're going to grow your own team. So like, I have my team page and it's full of great people and I've built great friendships and relationships and you're going to get to do the same.
Okay, and does it matter, like, are you
Sorry, you
there?
cut out.
Oh, sorry. Does it matter, like, whose team I'm on, or how does that work?
Well, I definitely believe team is everything. It's a big part in your business. And whoever inspired you or you had thought, wow, I want to be a part of the team, I would definitely recommend joining their team. Have you talked to anyone before?
No, you're the first one.
Oh, okay.
Um, I kind of think I might want to try the products out first, though, instead of just jumping into this.
And that's perfect. I mean, when I started, I was pregnant, so I was like, okay, I can't really try these products. But I saw these before and afters. I saw how people were just so in love with the products and working their business that I just, I believed in them and I trusted them. But everyone wants to try to, have their product to try and, be able to tell people about it. And that's why I love that, in your starters kit, you're going to get 4 free wraps. If you wanted to boost your package, you can. So you can get a whole bunch of product to try at an amazing discounted price. But also as a distributor, you'll also have loyal customer pricing. You'll get that 120 in free product. So it's a great time to try product for free rather than paying. Um, and I'm just trying to have your back. It's completely your choice of what you want to do, but you're going to save a lot of money just signing up and having no commitment rather than being a customer.
Okay, can I think about it for a little bit?
Sure. Do you have any more questions, or what are your thoughts right now?
I'm just a little scared that I'll lose my money when if $100 is worried that I won't make it back.
I totally understand where you're coming from, and that's why again I love those 4 free wraps you're going to get in your starters kit. This is going to, you can sell those wraps right back, making your starters kit. Your business startup is also a tax write-off, so you can write off, the starting your business. And I mean, we have a great Ruby bonus right now, and I really wouldn't want you to miss that.
How likely is it that I'll actually get that Ruby bonus just starting out?
It's very likely, like I said, it works when you work. So if you're determined to get that $500 bonus added to your paycheck, then I totally believe you can do this.
Okay. I'm trying to think if I have any more questions. One question. With each promotion that I get, does my commission percentage go up, or how does that work?
It definitely does. Each promotion and new rank that you hit, you will be paid more for commissions.
Okay. And then is there any sort of like way that you or my team can help me like succeed if I have problems or anything like that?
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, I rely on my team for everything, and it's my team, like the team page is just so amazing. There's so much support, so much love. Literally, you can ask one question, and you'll have about 7 or 8 people replying and wanting to help you and educate you. And I'm going to be with you every step of the way. This is not a business where you're going to sign up, and I'm going to support you, and I'm going to help you succeed in it.
Okay. Well, it sounds really good, but I think I have to talk to my boyfriend about it first.
Oh, okay. Well, let me know if he has any questions at all. I'm happy to answer his questions as well.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, so that's usually how I mean the conversations go. And I was saying earlier to Carly that I don't feel that we get asked these questions, and I felt more that I got asked these questions in the beginning when people are sort of not trusting you and they're sort of wondering about the business, but they don't really see much going on. But now, I mean, once you start to work your business and get it really strong, then your Instagram and your Facebook are just going to show people. They're going to see their excitement, your excitement. They're going to see how, you know, inspired you like how much you inspire them. And that really just buys them. All they want to know is that you're going to support them, and all they're going to want to know is that, you know, you're not just going to sign them up and drop them, or that, you know, we want to help them believe in themselves, because people have a really hard time believing in themselves. So yeah, I mean, we get asked these really weird questions all the time, but the more you are confident in the business, the more you're confident in yourself, it's going to make a really big change. And when she had asked, you know, well, how much am I going to make? Well, I just turned around and said, well, how much do you want to make? Because if you want to make a certain amount, well, let's make you that certain amount. Did you have any other questions?
No, not that I have written down. Did we want to go over a follow-up or anything?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll say, you know, maybe I usually do my follow-ups. If she said she wanted to talk to her boyfriend, I would probably do my follow-ups within 2 days. So 2 days later, hey, Carly, how are things? How are you?
Oh, it's pretty good. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. I was just wondering if you talked with your boyfriend and if he had any questions.
I did talk to him about it. He just kind of thinks it's one of those, like, pyramid scheme things.
And it's totally not. I usually, for me personally, I over-promoted my enroller. I don't speak to her anymore. I don't even hear from her. So usually then I might say, you know, I've actually over-promoted my enroller, or I might change it up with, it's definitely not a pyramid scam. You know, when you work your business, then you'll be successful. And the people at the top aren't the ones always making the big money. You need to always be on top of your business.
Okay. Trying to think of another.
Okay, so yeah, so after you, sorry, go on.
No, go for it.
Okay, well, I was just going to say, so after she said that, I might just say, like, you know, is there something you're nervous about? Did your boyfriend have any other questions?
Okay. I'm like the same as before. I'm just kind of nervous I won't make the money back. I know you said I can sell the wraps, but I'm just worried that I won't find anybody to sell the wraps, and I've just never done anything like this before, so it kind of freaks me out.
So again, with my reply, I want to make sure I'm connecting with her. So I'm, you know, I'm reminding her that I once felt how she did. So I might say, yeah, I definitely understand how you're feeling. I felt the exact same way, but I needed this money. I needed to change my life, and I needed to figure out how I was going to do it, and it works, opportunity. I came across it, and I sat on it for a month and a half. So I might not, you know, say this much, but it's just an idea of what you could say. And you know, this business has changed my life, and I really, really believe it can change yours too. How much are you looking to make again?
$300 a month.
And what would you like it to cover?
Just like groceries and stuff for me and my boyfriend, and so we can go out to eat if we need to and stuff.
Okay, well, this business is definitely going to be able to offer you that. Do you want to go ahead and get signed up? Because our Ruby bonus is about to end, and I really don't want you to miss this opportunity.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, I'm so excited to get you to introduce you to the team. So what you'll do is you'll go to my website. I'll copy and paste my website. So I actually have my website. I don't know how it is on other phones, but on my phone, I have my direct website. I don't think I can show it. So it's a little, you know, you've got your phone. I don't know if it will show up. No. So you have your phone and you have all the little links or whatever you call them. And I have gone and opened my website in Safari, and then I've saved it to my home screen. So this is also another tip for loyal customers. So when a loyal customer says, you know, like, hey, I'm looking to order hair, skin, nails. Can I have the link? You know, you've gotten to the process where they're ready to order. I will go into my website link, and it will pull up my website, and I will personally go, you know, to shop. I will click on shop. I then will go to hair, skin, and nails. So I'm going to my skin, going to my hair, skin, and nails through my phone. I'm clicking it, so I'm opening up the tab for hair, skin, and nails. And of course, this is for texting. It doesn't work through Facebook or your GoDaddy link. It has to be your actual It Works link. And then I will send them that link. So I have the hair, skin, and nails open on my screen. and I will go to my, and I will send them, copy and paste that exact link, and then I will put it into my text message, and I will say, you will add this product to your cart, click checkout, and sign up as a loyal customer. It's quick, it's easy, and it's really accurate for them. They don't have to go, you don't have to say, okay, you go to shop, then you go to here. All they have to do is click add, checkout, and then they're signing up. It's quick and easy. So I'm going to do the exact same thing for a distributor. I'm going to go in so that I don't have to explain all the links to join and all that stuff. It just gets too confusing. People are already overwhelmed as it is. When you make it quick and easy, they don't doubt it. So I go into join. And sometimes, distributor signing up, it's not much. It's join, get started. But if I'm not crazy busy and so much going on, I definitely want to send it like that. So then I'll say, I'm sending you the link right to get started. All you're going to do is, type in your information. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm so excited to get you added to this team page. So I'm going to give her some time, and I usually probably check in sorry. I've said, message me if you have any questions, but I'm going to leave it at that. But in 2 minutes, I'm checking up again. So in 2 minutes time, give or take, I'm going to say, hey, have you thought of your website? Hey, how are things going? Hey, do you have any questions? I always want to keep that communication going while they're signing up. I don't just give them signing up and then check in 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later. I'm always just making sure. So, hey, how are things going? Have you figured out your website name?
Yeah, I think I figured it out. I just haven't had time to actually go on and do it yet.
Oh, so you're not on my website yet?
Not yet.
Well, when are you looking to get started? I was just about to add you to the team page to introduce you to everybody.
I could probably go on right now. I think I have some time.
Okay, great. So here's my website again. You'll just sign up here and put in your information.
Okay, I'll go to that right now.
Okay, sounds great. Message me if you have any questions.
Okay.
So again, I'll give her a few minutes, and then I'll check in again. Hey, how are things going?
Good. I am just on the part where it's asking me to put in all my credit card information.
Oh, perfect. Let me know when you're complete. As soon as you have that ID number, I'm going to get you added to my team page.
Okay. It looks like it went through now.
Oh, perfect. I'm so excited. Welcome to the team. So now I'm just going to add you to my team page. I'm going to tag you in a few things. We've got a training page getting started, and you'll just start out with day 1. And message me if you have any questions at all.
Okay.
Welcome again.
Thank you.
So yeah, that's obviously not always how it goes, and they don't always sign up on the follow-up. They don't always just get started right then and there. But as long as you're consistent and you're always following up, and I always try and start it with like, hey, how are you? Usually I have a lot of the time when I do this, they don't reply to me. So I follow up again in a few days. Or if I'm like, hey girl, how are you? Like, how are things? Then they're just like, oh, I'm so good. I'm so sorry I haven't got back to you. I am going to join. I'm just, things are so crazy. Or they say, yeah, my bank card got stolen. Or wherever they are. And sometimes people say that and then I'm like, oh, what happened? And then they don't reply to me, and chances are, who knows what really is the story. They're probably just nervous. But always try and ask questions. Always try and figure out, so when, she had said, well, I don't really know, I reminded her of her reasons of why she was looking to join. So I reminded her that she wanted that $200. Well, what did she want that $200 for? She wanted it for groceries and to go out, or $300. So I'm reminding her of it. Then she keeps thinking like, oh, if I just took this, like I would have this extra money. If I just, got over myself and got over the fear, I could just have this extra money. So always try and figure out where they're wanting, the money for, and then reminding them of that. Did you have anything else or anything else you wanted to ask or anything?
Not that I can think of. No, I think I answered all the questions that I had, or you answered all the questions that I had on my sheet. So is there anything else you can think of that I didn't ask that I should have?
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the main questions I get asked.
I'm just thinking. For anyone watching, if you wanted, you could write a question on our team page if we missed anything. and then we can try and answer it.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know how fast we'll get the notification for it. Did you have any tips to add in there?
Not that I can think of. I'm trying to think now of tips that I've used. I know, like, one tip, it's kind of involving loyal customers, but every time I talk to, like, a potential loyal customer now, I always just kind of throw the idea out there of becoming a distributor. If they don't, like, bite, then I don't really go for it, but I'll kind of say, like, oh, you have 3 pricing options. There's the retail price, the loyal customer price, and then I'll say, or you can join the team and get the loyal customer price plus a paycheck and benefits and stuff, and then sometimes they'll say, oh, what does that mean? And I'll talk to them about it. Or there's been times where I won't actually say it, but the people will be like, oh, I really need the money, but I really want to buy these products, but I don't have enough money. So then I'll just kind of throw it out there like, oh, well, you can make really good money with this team and stuff like that. So I just kind of always throw it out there.
And I mean, so many people think, oh, well, you know, let's say example, you're a double diamond. It's so much easier for you. You know, you can tell people that you make money, but you can't turn around and tell people you make on average $6,000 a month. You know, you just can't. I've never used that to sign somebody because they are going to run even faster the other way if I ever said that, because no one's going to believe me. So it's the same situation of, okay, how, you know, and it's not about you, it's about them. So how can I talk to them to realize that this is best for them? They can change their life with this decision of joining. So I really, really strongly believe if you want to sign a distributor, you need to get to your Facebook, you need to get to your Instagram, and you have to figure out what is your audience wanting to see. What is your audience, you know, attracted to you for? And then post a lot about that. So figure out exactly, you know, people, I mean, for me, people love my kids. So the more I post about my kids, they're like, oh my gosh, she's like, they're so cute. Like, we love to see your kids. And every time someone's talked to me, a lot of the time I'm hearing, oh my God, I love how inspiring you are. Like, I love how excited you are about life. And then I don't get asked these questions of, well, how much money am I going to make? How much, like, well, it's usually just them, well, how am I going to do this? You know, I don't know people. How am I going to sell this? I've never sold anything. So it's just sort of boosting their confidence up. So really talk to people like they are your best friend. You know, no one's going to come to you if you're going to treat them like a stranger. You want to treat them like a good friend, and that's what would become in this business anyways. You're going to grow so many friendships. So let's start a friendship before, you know, you sign up, because we're going to become great friends. We're going to be on this journey for our whole life together. And I mean, I say to everyone, I believe in you. You know, you can do this. I believe in you. I don't know these people, but this opportunity doesn't need to be by someone that is so smart or so cool or whatever. It's for anybody, and everybody can be successful with this business. So when I'm talking to people, I'm going to tell them that you can do this. You can be successful. And the more it's almost, you know, talking them up, making that they believe in themselves, and reminding them the power that they have to change their life, and this opportunity is here, then it really just, you know, sells the person. They're like, okay, let's do this. And the more you post about thanks, it works, the more you post about how it works is changing your life, I find they don't question so much of how much they're going to make, because they can go to your page and they can see how much you're making. They can see the fact that it works is changing your life, so they don't need to ask you, well, how much am I going to make? Because, like I said, they can just see it on your wall. I think someone might have posted a question.
Yeah, Michelle wants to know, she had a potential distributor who doesn't have a Facebook and is really skeptical about making one.
So yeah, I mean, it's not recommended. It's completely everybody's business. So I'll say that. You know, it's completely your choice of what you do for the business. My recommendation is to have a Facebook. You do not have to work your business through your Facebook, but because she would be starting from square one anyways. You know, she'd have to build her friends and all that, and it would just almost look fake to have her business run through it, because she's just getting started. So people would question that. So I might just say it's completely your choice, but I highly recommend it, because the team is absolutely amazing, and I really want you to know this team. I want to introduce you to this team, because the team page is just so loving and so caring. and it makes a huge impact on your business, but leave that choice up to her. We can't force people on how they want to work their business. So I would just highly recommend it. I mean, chances are, I've had a few distributors not have Facebook. And as soon as, I said, I really recommend it, they usually sign up for Facebook.
Okay.
Any others or no?
I don't think so. I just posted to see if anyone had any more, but I don't think there aren't any more right now. And I know my team gave me a lot of these questions too, so that's probably why they won't comment on it. But
yeah, I mean, it is hard to sign distributors, but it isn't hard to sign distributors. And it's all about how you work your business and how you post. People, distributors, if they can just, like I said, if they can come to your Facebook, come to your Instagram, and see how and see why, then they just want to join. They don't need that you're going to make this money. If you can get on FaceTime with them, if you can meet them if they're in the area, and they can see you and they see your excitement, they just like feel your excitement. I mean, I have somebody, she's not a potential distributor, but maybe she could be. But she like follows my Instagram and like updates my family members about what's going on in my life and is always like, oh, did you hear this? Did you hear that? So she's following me, and it's that excitement. It's that's pouring in. It's like, oh, let's see what's going on her page. Like, what's happening now? What's she doing today? So I literally use it 12 posts a day. If you are going to say, I'm not signing customers, I'm not signing distributors, I'm going to ask you, are you posting 12 times a day? If you are not, that could be one of your reasons. Because even if you're not posting the business, even if you're not posting the products, you are posting you, and people are going to buy you. They're interested in the products, but they might have two It Works, Instagrams following them, and they're going to go to the one where they like that person. They're going to buy from the person they like. They're going to buy from, join that person's team. So it's so important. It's so, so important. I document my life. I document from the morning we wake up, from the minute we wake up to the minute we go to bed. So, I post a morning picture, or our day, our lunch, whatever I'm doing. And I really post about it. And I really, really believe that when people can just see your how, so how is the business changing your life, and your why, so why I joined this business is sort of, related to the how. But, why it's a good choice to make, why you love this business, they can just go to it and they can just read those. And then when they come talk to you, they're not so hesitant, of, well, how much money can I make? They're just like, wow, like this girl inspires me. This guy inspires me. Like, I want to be like this person. I want to have that life. Let's just do this. Not to say everyone I talk to a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of people. And not everyone is going to sign in. Some people, you follow up and they don't reply. And you follow up and they don't reply. Or, when you can see that they've read your message and they don't reply, then you're like, okay, well, you've seen it. Like, I have one person right now, she's, said she can't sign up for certain reasons. I asked, what's going on, didn't hear anything, but she's still liking my post. So I know she's watching. I know she's, I think more she's just nervous. So it's just sort of getting her over that hump of being nervous. But I think we have another question.
Yeah, Courtney wants to know if it's okay to go ahead and message people that we constantly see liking our It Works pictures and products, and how should they approach that conversation?
So this is a hard one for me. I personally don't do it. Some people have had really, really good luck with it. I find it just depends who your followers are. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. If it's something that you want to try, definitely go for it. Definitely see what can help your business for sure. But I find that a lot of times you just have to figure out how your followers are going to communicate with you and what they like. So if someone, your followers might be more shy, so they like your photos, and then you approach them and they're like, oh my God, I'm so happy you messaged me. I was so nervous. Or today I actually had one person that was liking a lot of my photos, so I went to like her photos. So it was kind of like, hey, I'm noticing you like my photos. I'm gonna like yours. And then she actually texted me like, hey, I'm so interested in this business opportunity. Could you tell me more about it? And she sort of said like, hey girl, like it's blah 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 from Instagram, like hey, how are you? And then I was like, oh, she kind of like said it like I've talked to her before, or I couldn't figure out. So when I went to her and she said who she was, I went to look her up and I realized that it was actually that person that I actually just liked a few of her photos. So I find that might be something to try as well. You know, if they're liking your photos, go like theirs. Maybe make a comment, hey, like, you know, this is a beautiful beach, where is it? Or whatever that picture is, to try and get that interaction, and then you might notice that they don't feel so shy or nervous to contact you. But I don't think there's anything wrong with the cold message either. It's always worth a go.
Yeah, I've done a couple cold messages on ones that like all of my stuff, and one of them she didn't speak English actually, but she was liking every photo, and then she was the one I ended up translating and talking to her in German, and she was really, really interested. But then I don't know what happened. She ended up not wanting them. But so I've had a little bit of success with it, but a lot of the times I find that I will cold message somebody and they'll see it and not reply, or they'll just say like, I'll say, oh, I was wondering if you were interested. I see you like my photos and stuff like that, and they'll just be like, no. So it just kind of depends on, I think, like you said, the followers, and you have to decide who your followers are and what they'll be okay with and stuff.
Right. And I mean, sometimes I question it. Sometimes, I've had a few people that have been following me for a really long time and probably like all my photos, but have never said anything. But I mean, it's just like, yeah, you kind of have to figure out what the followers are. And sometimes I've heard that sometimes people just go through Instagram and go through their news feed and like all those photos that show up in their news feed. So then you might wonder if that's what they're doing and that's why they're not interested.
Mhm.
I think there's another question there or something.
Yeah, Jenny says, I'm not sure if this makes sense, but like if you're talking to a PDT, would it be a good idea to tell them while they are thinking about joining the team, I would encourage you to start following people, because I notice when I follow people and they are private, they send me a request before they accept me, and when they see all the promoting, they tend to not follow. When I take the moment to follow people, I make sure the last few posts I post are personal and about my life. I feel like I got more followers that way than when my last post was about the business.
So for me personally, I wouldn't say to start following people. I've had this question asked a few times, like, oh, how do you get your followers up? Like, I don't have that many followers. And I get really awkward asking this question, because I think to turn around and be like, I follow people, it just sounds so creepy. And then people are going to be like, well, I don't want to follow random people. Like, that's just weird. So I find personally, for me, I wouldn't use it because I just think it might be a turnoff to just tell someone to go follow people. It's hard to say, and it depends on the person. You know, if you know them, then you might say, hey, like, well, before you get started, I know you're going to be signing next week, like it's a friend. You could start following people now, but I don't think I would personally say it. What do you think?
I agree. I mean, like you said, with a friend, like when Jessica Wheeler joined, I talked to her about it because, I mean, she was my friend, and I just sat there and was like, well, I just follow new people every day, and they'll follow me back. But I've never, and I probably wouldn't if I was just texting somebody or chatting with somebody that I didn't really know. I agree that it would probably be a turnoff if I was like, oh, just go start following a bunch of random people.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I find once they're in, and then you say, how do you get your followers up? You follow people.
Do you see Courtney's question? Are you there? You froze. Okay, you're there.
Oh.
You were all frozen for a while.
Oh.
Courtney wants to know, is there a certain way that we should be wording our captions under our photo that we post on Instagram that would really catch people's attention?
I try and just, I mean, you know, my biggest thing is I try and at least do, I mean, I say try, and I'm like everybody. I sometimes miss, I sometimes forget. But what I try to do is at least do, you know, the thanks that work. So I do a lot of hashtag thanks that work. So anything I pay for, I mean, it works as my income too, anyways. But I thanks it works for. So any picture that has anything to do with money, I hashtag thanks it works. I also try and, you know, do a picture that is followed by like I'm so thankful I'm home with my kids for this reason. And then I'm going to do whatever reason. So for me, I follow moms. That's my target because I'm a mom. It's easy to connect, so I'm going to do that. So I suggest following what your, figuring out what your hobby is, what you like, what you enjoy, what your life looks like, and kind of matching those people that you're following. Because then when they're coming back to your page, it's easy for them to relate to you. So then I'm going to also focusing on, what do my captions say on my pictures? Well, they're going to connect to my followers. So, and I find sometimes, if you have someone that's like, oh, like I have one potential distributor who keeps talking about her car. So her car broke down and blah, blah, blah. Well, I had a car issue too, so I was definitely going to post about it because I knew she's still watching my page because she hasn't blocked me. So I was like, well, I'm definitely going to post about this because she's going to see it and maybe it'll remind her of the opportunity that she has and how she could change her life about it. But just really sort of figure out what your followers are looking for. And definitely I try, when I'm making those, I'm so glad I'm home for this reason and stuff, I'm really going to get into depth about my about why I'm so thankful about it. But with my hashtags, it works. It's usually just a quick, went and got groceries today, hashtag thanks, it works.
I actually have a live question from a potential distributor right now, so I might as well ask it so everyone can hear. She just texted me and said, we've been talking a little bit about the business and stuff, and she said, I need to know how I make money with It Works, I guess. I'm still interested, mostly because I think it's products I would use myself.
So again, I'm always going to be rereading the question. So I do it like 100 times probably. So really figuring out, so can you read it again?
Yeah, she said, I need to know how I make money with It Works, I guess. I'm still interested, mostly because I think it's products I would use myself.
So I would just sort of say, and that's the thing, when I'm texting somebody, I'm trying to figure out a text, I'm definitely better with texting it rather than talking about it.
Yeah.
So I might say, we are paid, and have you already talked about this, the paid, what you're paid on?
I sent the one that you told me about, where we're paid on commissions, wrap cash, that kind of stuff, the big copy paste that you talked about.
Right. So I might just say it again, I would love to help you meet your goals, because she said she wanted to make extra cash, right?
Yeah.
So I would say that I would love to help you meet your goals. With It Works, we make money off of our commissions, wrap cash, and our bonuses. Exclamation mark. And then what was the last bit she said?
She said, I'm still interested mostly because I think it's products I would use myself.
And then I might say, if these are products you're going to be using, then it's definitely a great choice to join because you can use the products and make money doing so.
Okay. Carly asked a question on the page. I'm not sure, though. I just saw something flash up with her name on it.
Oh, okay. Oh, how do I watch it?
Oh no. Will it be recorded so she can watch it later?
Yeah, it is recorded.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess that's it. Oh, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Oh, there it goes. I don't know. It went mute or something.
Oh, okay. Wait, I think we might have just gotten one more. Maybe. Oh no, somebody just said, did I miss it?
Oh. Okay, well, I guess that's it. If you don't have any other questions.
So, I guess that's it.
You're good? No more questions?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much sums it up. I mean, obviously all conversations are going to be different. All conversations don't always go the same way. The biggest tip is when you get someone interested, post even more. When you have someone that you know is watching you, you need to stay on top of your game. You need to stay on top of your business. I mean, I wish I could show you my house right now, but really not because it is upside down. And I make those small sacrifices of leaving my house to be messy to grow my business. I make those small little sacrifices so that I hope in one more year I will be at the top and, I can enjoy my life, and I'm doing all these things to better the rest of my life. So I used to say in the beginning to my team, I know posting is annoying. I know following is annoying. Wait a minute. I don't say that anymore because posting and following and talking to new people daily has gotten to me. Oh my goodness, has gotten to me. It has gotten me to where I am today, and that is huge. I cannot explain how much my life has just completely changed because of this business. So I want you guys to believe in yourself, to know this opportunity you have within your hands and how powerful it is. It's not every day you come across this kind of money and this opportunity, and you've already spent the $99. So be consistent because, I started 1 year ago, February 23rd, and I knew none of you. There are very, very few people that are still on my team working today, and there are very few people that I think maybe, honestly, there is two people, maybe three people, I don't know. Maybe like 5 people or so on my team that I knew before starting this business. And I posted yesterday there was 23 left until 350 people. So that says a lot. So that can be you in 1 year as well. You could have 350 people joining your team in that 1 year. But the biggest thing is you have to never give up. You just have to keep working your business. So if you want distributors, you have to post about why your life is changing and how it works at doing that for you, and why this is the best opportunity, and how it can help others change their life as well. Do you have anything else to add?
No, I do have one more question. The potential distributor wants to know if kids can drink the greens.
Does she have a child?
Yeah, she has 2.
Oh, so I would just say the greens are great and they're wonderful because they have, the A+ servings of fruits and vegetables, but it is recommended that you speak to your doctor before giving them to your children.
Okay.
That's funny. Totally off topic of what you're asking.
I know, it was completely off topic, but she wanted to know, so I was like, well, might as well.
So yeah, I guess that's it. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to ask on the page. And as you all know, obviously the team page is always open for questions. Let's just make sure there was no more questions. Okay, so I guess that's it.
Okay.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye.